Hey guys, it's Shelby, and today I wanted to talk about something that I have addressed numerous times throughout the videos on this channel. Today we're going to do a deep dive on who I used to be to hopefully encourage you that no matter where you are in your journey or wherever your friends and family are on their journey, or maybe it's not even a journey yet, wherever you are, wherever everyone in the world is, there is still hope for everyone. No one is too far gone on the unsustainable, unethical, consumerist train to come back. I think you're gonna learn that by figuring out who I used to be. Sometimes I forget how long it's taken me to get to where I am today from, where I think the peak of my consumerism and anti-sustainable lifestyle was. So it's taking me from the realization of just what was going on in the world. I would say at 16, I thought I was an environmentalist, thought I cared about the environment. Literally only preach to people was the only thing I was doing. 18-year-old Shelby read the story of stuff, started changing my whole life, but today I am 27 years old. It has taken me 9 years to get to the point of where I am now, and I'm definitely still not perfect. So when you look at someone on the internet and think,
oh, they live a perfect, sustainable lifestyle, I need to get to that as soon as I can.
Honestly, even for me, it took a really long time and I'm still not perfect, like I said. I also think this video and just explaining where I come from and where my background is can help people understand why sustainable living is the way it is to me. Why I think that, you don't have to be perfect to seriously make a huge difference, or why maybe something that you don't think is the most sustainable option, I think is. I'm purely speaking at this from a point of comments I've received and things I do where people will tell me people in other countries already do that, that's normal in other places and da-da-da-da, but maybe in the US it's not. And so my perspective of what sustainability is built on a very hyper-consumer, very wasteful, unsustainable, unethical foundation. So where I am now is bounds ahead of, what I'm used to seeing in my culture. And understanding things from multiple people's perspectives is really valuable to me. So understanding different cultures, where we started to where we are now, is really important to me. So I am doing this video in collaboration with Emmy from Sustainably Vegan and Catherine from Going Zero Waste. They're both going to make YouTube videos talking about wasteful, unethical, unsustainable shit they used to do, and you can go check out their videos, so maybe you could learn some more things from them. After this, I'll have them linked in the description. But yeah, let's get into the things that I used to do as a teenager, young adult, that I'm just not proud of. So the first thing, a lot of you have definitely heard me reference. I reference this a lot because I think it speaks the most to who I used to be to who I am now. So in high school, I won Best Dressed in my senior class. It's in my senior yearbook. It is stamped into history for literally ever. I attribute winning Best Dressed to the fact that I was what I call a hyper consumer because I never repeated an outfit.
Lizzie McGuire, you are an outfit repeater.
I would literally go to the mall with my friends every Friday that we could, or pretty much every weekend, and buy new clothing with my allowance. And then a lot of times I didn't have money to get gas to get to school or practice. That was really fun. Yes, I used to never repeat an outfit, and basically what I would do is wear an outfit once. Sometimes I would keep a piece or two from it, but most of the times what happened would be my best friend would just take it. Literally she'd see me take it off during practice, and after practice she'd be, if she liked it, she'd can I have that? Because I know you're not gonna wear it again. And she basically just had a closet full of things that were mine. I honestly can't believe that I ever thought that was okay, but also I was really young, and when you're really young, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And at that time in my life, there was just a lot going on. I was in a very controlling relationship, and I think that fashion gave me something that I had control over and that I could express myself, that someone wasn't controlling how I felt about something or what I could and couldn't do. But still, it's embarrassing that I was buying that much stuff from fast fashion brands and then just throwing it out. It's mind-blowing. I can't believe I was that person. Next thing is, at the end of high school and even into my young adult life, I would drive absolutely everywhere, never thinking to put tasks together to carpool or any of that. And specifically when I was in high school, when my sister got her driver's license, we would drive both of our cars from our house to our school, which by the way, we were one of the last houses in our school district. So it was a 20-minute drive, just because we wanted to be able to be cool and drive ourselves. Currently, at this point in my life, I wish I didn't have to drive at all. I wish I did have infrastructure that made like it convenient, more convenient than driving to like get on a bus or walk somewhere or, you know, etc. But that is something that was completely unnecessary. I did not need to do, and I did it just because I thought it was cool. And keep in mind, at this time, I thought I was an environmentalist. Next up is something that you'll probably hear in one of Catherine or Emmy's videos. Actually, both of the last ones you will have heard in their videos, because at the end of this, I'm gonna read off some of their wasteful habits and try to guess which one's Emmy's, which one's Catherine's. But these next ones are the ones that I listed for them to guess. So the next thing I used to do is get acrylics put on my nails like every other week. Acrylics in themselves are wasteful because they're essentially just plastic that you put on your nails and take off and throw out over and over and over and over. But I used to take it a step further, and I looked specifically for a nail artist who would put 3D acrylic like designs on my nails. I was never super into social media and just like posting for my friends, which is ironic because social media is now my job to post for you guys. But I was never someone who liked to like show off the things I got and that sort of thing. So there are not a lot of photos out there of this, but I did post photos of my prom nails. And I also have a tagged photo from the woman who did my acrylics when I had like 3D bows and diamonds going across them and all of that, so that you can see that right now. So I used to buy into greenwashing a lot, and I can't think of a ton of examples, but the one I am going to give you is one, again, about my nails. I used to sell these little like stickers for your nails. They're basically just decals that you put on your nails. They were literally plastic stickers, and they had some that were green with recycle signs on them, and I bought them. I did this for Earth Day, and I believe probably 2013. I think I have a picture. I will try to find it. And this is why I try to speak out about greenwashing as much as I can, because I know there are a lot of people out there with good intentions trying to do the best they can for the planet, but oftentimes just buying into things that are greenwashing. And I think that's so frustrating because there are so many brands out there doing good things. For them to just be overlooked by all of these other people just greenwashing is really infuriating to me. So yeah, I used to buy into greenwashing a lot, and that's just one example. But also, if you want to tack this onto it, I used to be part of an MLM, actually multiple MLMs. Both my ex and his parents made good amounts of money off of their MLM, and you know, I do think that for some people it's literally their livelihood, so I'm not just going to bash MLMs, but I think there are a lot of them out there who do target women and are only trying to get somebody to buy into the business so that they can make their money, not caring if that person succeeds or not. So yeah, not the most ethical thing I ever did, being in an MLM that sold nail stickers with the recycling sign on them. Okay. Moving on. I used to dye my hair all the time. My hair has been every color that is like a natural color that you can think of. I have been super platinum blonde. I have been pretty dark brown. I've been regular brown, brown with highlights, half blonde, half red. That was a time in my life. I will say though that hairstyle led to me taking cold showers. Maybe that's a sustainable thing that came out of that. But yeah, aside from the toxins in hair dye being really terrible for your endocrine system, it's just like endocrine disruptors are all in that stuff. It's horrible for you. Obviously, it's also bad to wash that stuff down our drains, bad for the waterways if it gets into the environment. And it was such a consistent thing in my life for me to always be wanting to change my hair, and I could just never accept that like I was okay the way I was. Yeah, that's just something that I've definitely used to do a lot that was not sustainable and just bad for me and the planet. I know, no interest in doing that anymore. So this next thing is something that is like just pure ignorance of being young and not understanding. But I remember when bulk shopping first became a thing, right? It was like super popular in the zero waste movement. I didn't know what zero waste was, but I would always hear that like shopping in bulk was better for the planet. And I didn't ever really give thought as to what that meant or why. But there were bulk shops at my local HEB. I love HEB. If you live in Texas, HEB is the king, the queen, the superior grocery store. Okay. Anyway, I would shop the bulk bins, and I guess I thought in my head that like by shopping in bulk, I wasn't overbuying. So like overbuying spices, nuts, seeds, those sort of things. And around this time, I also got my first ever job, and I was so excited that I had money, and I would ask my parents so I could have one night a week where I made dinner, because my parents would never make me the foods I liked. And at this time, I started trying to reduce my meat intake They didn't love that. I would shop the bulk bins and just use the plastic bags there, but I thought that I was doing something good for the planet because shopping in the bulk bins was better. This was probably like in 2013, but I just thought that was a funny one because obviously now the bulk bins are like the zero waste icons, and back then I was shopping in the bulk bins, thought I was doing good while actually just like not doing good at all. I hope that gave you a little bit of an insight into how far I have come, into who I used to be before I was on the internet, and hopefully give you some hope for yourself or anybody in your life that you are hoping will switch over to a more sustainable lifestyle eventually. And I also hope that you guys go and check out Immy and Catherine's videos. They're both going to be linked below. So excited to be collaborating with them on this, and I'm just interested to share more perspectives, to give you guys more content. I know everyone is like thirsty for content during this quarantine weird situation that's happening all across the world. So Immy and Catherine both sent me a wasteful thing that they did. Well, actually it's anonymous. I don't know which of these are which, but I'm going to share these two wasteful things as like a preview for what you can expect over on their videos, and guess which one is from which person. So the two things are, one of these people, either Immy or Catherine, did not believe in climate change. They thought it was a hoax. Either Catherine or Immy used to buy new eyelashes every single weekend to wear to parties. And I'm pretty confident I know which of these are for which because I think they've both told me these things before. So I'm pretty confident that I think Catherine didn't believe in climate change, and I think Immy used to buy a new pair of lashes every single weekend. It's so crazy that any of us used to be this way. Hi. Okay, so it is weird for me to be breaking in here right now to just insert this really quickly, but there are a couple things I wanted to include because I put them in Immy and or Catherine's video and I forgot to talk about them in this video. I'm also out of town for a family emergency right now, and probably by the time you see this I might be back home, I might not be, I'm not sure, but this is my childhood room, which is very interesting, and I might insert some footage of what it looks like just so you can get an idea of like what my vibe was. So two things I want to mention. Number one, I talk about how I never repeated an outfit back in my high school days, and on top of not repeating an outfit, I also had different phone cases for every outfit. This is around the time I discovered eBay and that you could buy things directly from China for ridiculously low prices, which is not really an ethical thing to be doing, but definitely not a sustainable thing to be doing at all. And so I had dozens of phone cases that I would swap out depending on what outfit I was wearing. These are not things I'm proud of. They are wasteful things I used to do. Can't believe I did that. I think that's it. Don't forget to go check out Immy and Catherine's videos to find out which one of them didn't believe in climate change and which one of them used to buy new lashes every single weekend for parties, because I think that's going to be really interesting, and their channels are going to be linked down below. Okay. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new here from Immy or Catherine's videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and stick around and make a lot of sustainable content over here. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, until next time, you cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good